And it's been a while since I found the topic that I think is really applicable. I mean, this is sort of a grammar question, but I do want to focus on the overall communication context. So let's begin with that and let's break it down. So I got a text and it was asking for a grammar check on, I cut out some of the details because the details aren't so important. Essentially, the phrase as blank, I am eager to blank. And let's just look at the example real quick right here, just so it makes a little bit more sense. Again, these aren't their words, I cut out those details, but for example, as cryptocurrency increases in popularity, I am eager to advance our company's awareness. As something is happening, I am eager to what? Okay. There is no grammar incorrectness there. It is grammatically correct, in other words. Just make sure that you have a noun and a verb after that as. So, as, what if we change this? As, make it very topical, as conflict over mask mandates increase, I am eager to, and this too, so we need the base verb to keep it as an infinitive. I am eager to avoid people altogether. That makes a lot of sense, right? So, as, let's change it one more time. We need a noun and a verb. As more games continue to release, I am eager to accrue more money to purchase them all. Okay? Makes a lot of sense. And no problem there. If you don't have the noun with the first part, it's going to sound broken. If you don't have a verb with that first part, it's going to sound broken. A real big stickler point here is if you try to turn this into a gerund with ing, I am eager to accruing more money, that's going to sound broken English. It's not going to be confusing. The overall message and understanding of what you're trying to say will be still pretty clear, but you want to avoid that if you want to be on top of your English fluency. Okay, so get that grammar check out of the way first. The next formal considerations, what type of environment are you communicating? So, is this a speech? Is this a lecture? Is this an interview? So those are more formal situations, right? Then I guess it's okay. Is this over an email? Is this a document? Then that's also okay. But for conversational, everyday speaking, this level of formality doesn't sound good. Okay. I'm always going to be an advocate of speaking more conversationally, more relaxed. Well, let's look at this real quick. You could say, what was the original thing? As the popularity of cryptocurrency continues to increase, I'm eager to I'm eager to remain alert. I'm eager to remain alert. I'm eager to remain. How do I make it sound the most formal as possible? I am eager to. They use the phrase, I'm eager to advance my knowledge of all the latest trends. Let's make this really formal. Encompassing all the latest trends. Okay. So, again, grammatically, there's nothing wrong here, but this sounds very try hard. And when you sound try hard, you actually don't sound confident in your communication skills. You sound like a robot. Okay. what's the big difference? Hey, Don Pepe quadruple 646. Um, just going over a quick grammar lesson. If you're here for the games, I'll get to that here in a bit. If you're here for the coding, I'll get to that in a bit. If you're here for an English question, feel free to drop it in, and I'll get to it after I cover this real quick. But what I was saying is, for a lot of non-native English speakers, there's this pressure, this compulsion to go to the most formal way of speaking because formal is best. And I'm always quick to interject, quick to tell people to give a little bit of pause about that. So again, this example sentence, as the popularity of cryptocurrency continues to increase, I am eager to advance my knowledge encompassing all the latest trends. Okay. You could much more simply say cryptocurrency is popular. I need to stay on top of the latest trends because, and whatever you include after this because, those are your details. Like, that's the stuff that you can expand upon. And when you look at the difference between the two, I think most people could do the second version here, the simple one, right? I understand why you would think formal is better. Okay, you're in a business environment, you want to make an impact, but I would boil down any kind of formal English situation to this idea. It's like, do I sound smart? Do I sound cool? Because that's what you're really going for, right? And again, with this, do you actually sound smart? No. To me, no. You sound try hard. Does this sound cool? I don't think so. And it kind of gets in the way of you getting into the details. So back to this point, you're eager to advance your knowledge of all the encompassing latest trends. Like, why? As the popularity of cryptocurrency continues to increase, like, maybe you want to talk about that. Uh, what is your focal point overall? If we go back to this sentence structure here, as something's happening, I'm eager to. Are you, is your main point trying to talk about your alertness? If we're going to throw out big vocabulary, concurrency, are you just trying to really emphasize the fact that you're able to do something while something else is happening? Are you trying to emphasize that you're proactive? Like, if any of those are your considerations, there's a lot of better ways to go about it, right? Like, there really isn't any magic key. If the idea is like, oh my God, they said as the popularity of cryptocurrency continues to increase, I am eager to. Oh my God, they said I am eager to. You're never, ever, ever going to get that effect, okay? Now, on the flip side, if you're very formal, if you're very casual, there's, man, who is it? Jimmy O Yang. He's a comedian. He has a Netflix special, and he was in that Love Hard rom-com movie. He learned his English through The Sopranos. So he has an accent. He has this pseudo gangster type of talk with his mannerisms. If your baseline English is always like I went to the store and they were out of Starbucks and I was really pissed off because they forgot my mocha cappuccino, whatever. If that's your baseline, okay, then maybe you should clean it up. Maybe you should know how to toggle things. Like, maybe you could boost up a little bit, but don't think that you have to increase it so much, right? The big thing I want to drive home is if you can simplify it. If there's a way to avoid this kind of wordiness, you're going to be better off. And I would encourage you to do so. Get that out of the way so you can actually elaborate on what's important. Okay. Now again, you're going to know the environment the best. If you're surrounded by people at your workplace where they talk like this, then okay, maybe you would feel more pressure to do so. But if this is coming from some inner voice, some inner critic of what you think a native speaker should sound like, then you need to get away from that. Okay. So, in sum, whatever grammar point you're doing, like even if it's outside of this, you see something, make sure you check the mechanics of the grammar itself. But then all the formal considerations. What environment can you use this? And when it comes to formal English, it boils down to, do I sound smart or cool? And if not, then why bother with that type of sentence structure? Okay, that is it for that English lesson. Let us switch over to accessing information in arrays.